Hey everybody, how you doing? It is Matt and Steph from Team Sim, and we are here for the end of campaign live stream for Tatsumi the Serpent Mistress #2. Steph, how you doing over there? What is that shirt that you're wearing?
Going good. It's Friday the 13th, so I have to rock my Camp Crystal Lake Friday the 13th shirt. Is this the only Friday the 13th shirt I own? No, it's not, because we all know that I own a shirt for every holiday. Every single one. Every single one.
But here's the thing. I know that she does not have a shirt for one holiday, and I've already called that. She does not have an Arbor Day shirt. And
if someone finds me an Arbor Day shirt, I will wear it. I would love to have a shirt with a tree on it. I have a tattoo of a tree on me, so I have nothing against having something with a tree on me. I just haven't found one yet. So yeah, I'm all about the holidays. Ethel is too. She's all ready for Valentine's Day tomorrow.
So we're gonna have a quick little thing. So we're talking about Tatsumi the Serpent Mistress here in just a sec. We'll go to the campaign, but before we do that, our last two campaigns have ended on Halloween Day and a Friday the 13th, which just so happen to be horror movie franchises.
Spooky.
If you had to pick either one of those franchises and you couldn't watch the other one, which one would you pick?
Well, Halloween is my go-to. I love Halloween. I watch it every Halloween day or Halloween night, every year without fail. That's the tradition. I have a movie poster of Halloween up in my house. So I love Friday the 13th. Obviously, I have the shirt of it. But if I have to pick, it's Halloween. It's just, I love it. I love the vibe. I'm a John Carpenter fangirl, and so that's my go-to. If I had to pick, that is what I would pick for me personally.
Now, without going too far into detail, we've met quite a few people that have been in the Halloween franchise. Is there a specific person that we've met from doing like panel interviews and hosting that you were like the most happy about? Like that was a seminal moment because you met X person.
Oh, I mean, like the original Shape, like meeting him was incredible.
Nick Castle, Nick Castle was awesome.
Yeah, Nick Castle was, I mean, that's a dream. You know what I mean? Like, the only thing better than that would be meeting John Carpenter. However, I really love James Jude Courtney. I know that he's kind of like the newer Shape. He's in the newer franchise, but he was super kind and accommodating, and I don't know, he was really cool. Like he's a really cool person. So I did love meeting him. And then I did love meeting the actors that were from Halloween 3, which is kind of its own franchise. Like it's its own separate thing. But,
yeah, I really liked the people from that show. The people from that were freaking great.
They were great. So.
Hey, so you know what, Steph? We're going to go back to this conversation. We haven't even talked about Tatsumi yet, but we've got a special guest that is going to join us right now. Right now, we got a special guest. Do you have any idea who this special guest might be? It's not who you think. Not who you think.
I think it's of the bunny variety.
Bunny variety?
Yep.
Oh!
I knew
it. Pirate Stabity is in the... Hey, yo! What's going on?
Hey kids, Pirate Stabity here. Yeah, Richard's a little busy right now, and I thought I'd step in and say hello. Yo ho, pirate's life for me, all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
weird.
I mean, we get it. You've really embraced the pirate theme over this campaign, which we think is great.
Oh, hell yeah!
I can tell you right now. I didn't realize Pirate Stabity was from New York. They got a Brooklyn accent.
No,
I didn't realize that.
That's a pirate accent that he is doing.
I'm from all over the place, babes. You know what I mean? I was just, looking around, and I thought, I love LOVE, love Tatsumi, and I'm like, how can I support? What can I do? And so, this get up here. I know I don't look great in a pirate outfit. I get it.
Oh, you do.
But I feel piratey when I'm wearing this, and I feel that much closer to the awesomeness of Tatsumi when I'm wearing it. No?
Yeah.
Well, really,
Stabby, I don't think you've ever looked better than in a pirate hat. And we've seen it a lot over the last month or so, and you've done a lot to kind of help Tatsumi out, who's your friend at this point, and maybe paths will cross at some point in time.
Well,
you never know.
Me and Tats, that's what I call her. And we're thinking we should do a cover together. We should do a cover together next time for the issue 3.
Hey, so I got to make sure I put this comment up. We want to make sure we put a big we take a quick detour here.
Yeah, because I can't see the comments, so you're gonna
okay.
Have to,
Ahmed says, "Yo guys, #Stabity Army." So, I want to make sure that we give a massive shout out to the Stabity Army, because the Stabity Army has come in and supported the bunny. You know what? I'm going to take Ahmed's comment down only because it was covering up Pirate Stabity's face. But the Stabity Army has come in and not only has supported the ever-loving crap out of the one and only creator of Stabity Bunny. We're going to just leave him out for right now. We don't even need to name him because the bunny is what's important at the moment. But from that, they've also supported our campaign quite a bit. And we would not be where we're at, which is at 5239, 154 backers, without the support of the Stabity Army jumping in, and without Stabity and his partner in crime over there, us helping to concoct some cross promo things. So Bunny. Well, first, Steph, what do you got to say about that?
Well, Mr. Stabity is one of our very, very, very good friends, and so to see how that has come about and his army of supporters has been incredible for this campaign, and we just thank you guys so much for supporting a very, very, very good set of friends to Mr. Stabity himself and to the bunny himself as well.
So Ahmed also said, "Love you guys. Looking forward to Tatsumi." Really appreciate comments like that, man, because we are really excited about Tatsumi. Bunny, what is it about Tatsumi that has you excited?
Listen, I mean, it's the artwork that gets my attention, right? It's the artwork. I gotta say that's how it does it. And then I know if it's in Sim, it's gonna have a quality story too. And it's like you marry the quality story with the artwork, and you know that you're gonna be going somewhere with this story. And I'm a big sword and sorcery fan to begin with, first of all. Then you throw in the High Seas Adventure, check. Another check. And then you throw in those beautiful covers. I mean, come on. Chessing Queen. Come on, dude. Come on.
Hold on, what did I just do? I just made.
Oh well, it's okay because we're seeing Stabby and all its full.
Well, I just
pirate hats.
I clicked the wrong button and I literally made I didn't just have the bunny as the main screen here. It became my entire screen on my 42-inch monitor, and I was like, "Oh, what did I just do?"
It's okay.
For that decision.
That's okay. Sometimes we need to see all of the bunny. It's okay.
So the bunny was talking about some of the artwork. So you've got right there is the some of the Dark Conquestors and Soul Rippers. I know in this campaign we've talked a lot about the women of the Dark Conquestors, and there are other characters. Doesn't matter the gender, doesn't matter the species, but there are Dark Conquestors and Soul Rippers of all genders and species in this universe. And then we've got our crew of the Side Stalker, which is we haven't even really talked about them. You've got Ulysses Freeborn, you got Warwick Settlebarrow, Admiral Derringer Ascot, you've got Dimitri Montova, Motomori, the Majutsushi, who is a magician. The Majutsushi is magician or conjurer. Marley Pendleton, and then Lydia Snake Arrow. So there's a lot of other people besides the women of the Dark Conquestors.
I love the names. I have to say this. And just to echo what you were saying earlier, absolutely, the Stabity Army.
They're the best, right? Aren't they the best?
I'm stunned. I'm stunned at the community, the way they help each other, the way they support. I mean, come on, what's not to love?
I got to tell you, just being in your chats as a watcher on your Whatnot channel, and seeing the way that they come together and they help each other out. It's a very tight-knit community that I'm really happy for you, as someone who has had a difficult time getting out to physical shows, to be able to have that community, not just the Stabity Army, but some other people that came in October, November, December that are now part of the extended Stabity Army that have really supported you on Whatnot and helped you to be able to really be able to start to regrow your fan base now that you're back indie and indie only.
Yeah, listen, I mean, Scout was Scout, and that was, some opportunities that I think I might have had, more difficulty arranging myself, if not impossible. And, but it's, it needs a way to be, man. It needs a way to be, really.
So we are at... Make sure you get yourself a cough drop over there, Mr. Bunny, if you need to. So we are at 154 backers, 47 minutes left, $5,239. If you're out there and you have thought about joining into and wanting to read this story, we would love for you to jump in now, so that way you can make sure that your name is going to be listed in the Port of Alabasas, in the citizens or the guests of the Port of Alabasas, which is where most of this issue takes place. So if you haven't backed it yet, we hope you're going to jump in, help us finish strong. We are thrilled with where we're at as far as the dollar amount and the backer numbers. But you know what, though? We're never going to turn down anybody else that wants to come and join in. There's room for everyone.
Are you going to be taking late pledges?
Yeah, we definitely have got late pledges that are out there. And people might say, well, what's the big deal about when the campaign ends if late pledges are out there? But late pledges will allow someone who gets in, and they're like, oh, crap, I just heard about this campaign. And it's already over. Late pledges allow you to get in. Not all the tiers may be active. Because it's a late pledge, some of the stuff is going to be a little more expensive. That's what Kickstarter wants you to do. So you can still get in after the fact, but there may be limited things that you can become a part of at that point. So that's why we always want to make sure people are in prior to the actual end of the campaign.
Oh, sure. Like if somebody... we all have budgets. Somebody can't quite make it right this second, you know what I mean? But they want to join in later. That's the only reason. Because otherwise, lots of advantages for joining right now at the end. I get it.
Yes.
So Ahmed said, the character cards are awesome. Some Stabity Army folks got it, but I'm still fighting to get one. Haha. Tatsumi Stabity Army. So I guess the question is this, Ahmed, in the comments, let us know, who is it specifically that you're fighting against right now? And why do we not have any kind of pictures or videos of this conflict of you fighting to get one of these things?
That'll be interesting to hear. We will see.
So our guy, Steven Urost, who's a fellow creator. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? And he said, awesome. Highly recommend you guys. Both Steph and I have done one-on-one interviews with Steven. Really good guy. Hopefully, Steven, I will see you at the end of March, because I'll be up there at Collective Con in Jacksonville.
I'd be so happy
hopefully,
even though I'd be slightly jealous, I would be happy to see a picture of the two of you.
Hopefully we can get some pictures together at that point.
Yeah.
It looks like someone has heeded the call to join the crew of the Side Stalker before the end of this campaign. So we just had another backer at 155, 52.49. So that's awesome.
That right there is awesome.
So Bunny, before you joined in, I was asking Steph, I said, our last campaign ended on Halloween Day. This campaign ends on Friday the 13th, which are both horror movie franchises. Bunny, do you or anyone else around you have a favorite Halloween series that you like to watch? For favorite horror series you like to watch?
The news.
True that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the news, the daily news. That's terrible.
You know what? That's not the answer I expected, but you know what? I think that I can totally understand and respect that answer.
Accurate.
Well, it looks like we just got another backer right now, before somebody decided to jump in and add themselves into this campaign. So ahoy to that. Ahoy to that.
Yo, ho, abundance life for me.
So Steph, outside of Halloween and Friday the 13th, we know your favorite franchise is Jaws. Is there another franchise in the horror realm that you would say is one of your go-tos from a horror perspective?
Yes, absolutely. Horror is what I do. It's what I write about. It's what I live. So of course I have. Other than those three, absolutely, it's going to be. It may not be a franchise. Okay, I could list a lot.
Just be a single movie.
Oh no! It's going to be a lot of movies, but American Werewolf in London is a go-to. I have to watch it every Halloween. Love it. Lost Boys. Can't go wrong with Kiefer Sutherland. Vampire vibes. And then I do love a lot of old school Hitchcock. I'm a huge fan of The Birds. I've got movie posters. I collect movie posters, so I've got movie posters of The Birds, and then I love Psycho as well. And so those are just some of the ones. Halloween is like a 2-month-long period of time for me, and so I get to rewatch these movies, as well as Misery. Can't forget Misery. But yeah, so that's a lot. It's a lot, but that's me.
So Stephen Ross said he got his tickets. I'm going to meet him and his kids at Collective Con.
I'm excited, but I'm also bummed that I'm not going to be there.
So
but I will be somewhere else that weekend, and we will announce what it is, and it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be one of, outside of Free Comic Book Day, it's only going to be the third time that Steph and I are going to be representing Team and Sim at 2 different locations at the same time. Only the third time ever.
It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
So Mordrax, our guy Wade, said Elm Street. That's his favorite. But then
have a good Nightmare on Elm Street.
But then Ahmed said, "Hold your dang horses there, Mordrax. I'm going with the second Elm Street."
Okay.
The second Elm Street. So I guess also what Ahmed is saying is that Elm Street must be where this conflict is taking place.
Well, as far as sequels go, when you go to franchises and their sequels, they're not always the best. But sometimes they will be better than the original. It's rare, but it does happen. And you do have your kind of like fan bases that are like, no, just that same as we've seen with Halloween, where the third film that has nothing to do with Michael Myers is a fan favorite. It just happens.
It's actually a really good, it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
So I will say this. Some of you may or may not know that we do a lot of work with conventions when it comes to doing panel hosting, and one of the main ones we do is Scaradice in Tampa. And when we are in preparations, there's franchises or movies that may have slipped through the cracks that we may not have seen previously that we have to watch and study and all that. And I will tell you that one of the ones recently that has come across my plate that I didn't think I would like as much as I do is Happy Death Day, and then Happy Death Day to You.
Which I will say I've been trying to get him to watch for years.
Well, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let me tell you a story about that. Steph had seen Happy Death Day to You, the second one, first. She had never seen the first movie. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you that the way that the first movie is designed builds directly into 2, and it builds in such an organic way. You don't need either movie to enjoy the other. Yeah. But I know that when we watched Happy Death Day together and then watched Happy Death Day to You, she was like, this makes so much more sense now, all these things that were happening in 2.
Sure. Yeah.
So Happy Death Day, if you've never seen that one. So Stabby, what you got? What you got, buddy?
Does Dexter count? I mean,
Dexter absolutely counts. And we've met a lot of the actors from Dexter. And more importantly, The Boat. We met The Boat.
Put me down for Dexter, for sure.
Yeah.
Stabby is down for Dexter, and Steph is down for Dexter's Boat.
I'm down for Dexter. I was a huge fan of Dexter.
The ending
was a little, but I love Dexter.
Mordrak says the whole franchise for Elm Street. But then, so Ahmed said he gets scared when Valak comes in The Conjuring. So Valak was one of the people that was we've actually met the actress who does Valak, right? And one of the cool things about her, Ahmed, was she basically is a con mom. She basically is a convention mother to all those that are around. And when we did the one show, there were a bunch of the younger actresses that were there that have taken part in the Conjuring universe. And she basically mothers them and takes care of them. So the person that you see on the screen being as evil as she is the complete and total opposite, caring, loving individual off the screen. So it's so great seeing somebody that can go from that kind of role to being so gentle and nice and concerned with the well-being of others otherwise.
It's crazy. We've done so many shows. I'm like, I have no idea. I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, that was when we did Spookala in Ocala in 2022, 2023, somewhere.
Okay,
that might have been the Christmas.
2,000 years ago. So.
Oh, it probably does. It does feel like a while ago.
Yeah.
So we're going to take this opportunity to go back over, look at the campaign really quick, and we're going to ask the bunny a couple more questions about the campaign here in just a minute, if the bunny's okay with that.
Sure, I got a little time.
Okay, good. I appreciate that. So we're at $53.95, which is great. 156 backers, that's great. We're thrilled about that. So we've got one of the things we have not talked about at all. I think. Hey, what's up, Eric? Hal? What's going on, my man? So I think that we probably should play the campaign video because there's a reason why.
Yes.
There's a reason why we want to play the campaign video. So let's go over here and let's do this.
These comments, so I'm going to try to view the comments here.
Hey everyone, Matt Knowles here, co-creator of Tatsumi, the Serpent Mistress, and we are psyched to be able to present to you the second installment in our swashbuckling high seas adventure. Tatsumi's the last remaining you should dance along with the Monolith Empire, and she's hell-bent on retribution and revenge against the evil horde that left her kingdom as nothing more than embers, ash, and corpses. The post-human dark conquestors and their vampire-like, spirit-sucking accomplices, the Soul Rippers. But first, she has to figure out her own path to survival in a world she didn't even know existed, aligning with the most unexpected of individuals, the crew of the Side Stalker. In issue 2, we head to the port of Alabastus, where Tatsumi seems to find chaos around every turn. We're also excited to have a guest appearance from the heavy mahogany band, the Dread Crew of Oddwood, within this issue. There's even a special Tavern Brawl variant cover that features the band and the crew of the Side Stalker squaring up for some ale-fueled fisticuffs. So head on over to the Kickstarter campaign now and see what we have to offer. And then join us January 27th through February 13th. You don't want to wait because there'll be early bird specials and limited edition items that you don't want to miss out on. We hope you're ready for a swashbucklingly good time. We'll see you there. Alrighty, so here's the reason why we wanted to make sure that campaign video was played again.
Well, first of all, you've got to explain to people what heavy mahogany means, because I guarantee you, anyone that's watching, and 99.999% of people don't know what heavy mahogany means.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. So actually, I just skipped them. So in this campaign, in this issue, we got a chance to do a collaboration with our friends from the band, the Dread Crew of Oddwood. So, Amit, you said music is very piratey-like, so cool, reminds me of adventure games I used to play on the PC. So that music, so this is the 17th Kickstarter campaign that we have run of our own. We've done backer kit campaigns, we've managed some other campaigns, including a Stabity campaign. Out of 17 campaigns, this is only the second time that the music in the campaign is not something that I wrote and produced right here in the studio. We did a friend of ours, Eldervach, that plays some incredible folk music. But then the band, the Dread Crew of Oddwood, that's all their music. So any music that you heard in that campaign video, those are all, that's a medley of songs that they actually play. They just got back. They were on a huge European tour with some of the biggest bands in folk metal. So we were so happy to be able to get them and their hooliganism into this issue. So like Steph said, what is heavy mahogany? So heavy mahogany is what they call their music, because they can't really call it heavy metal because they play all on mandolins and bouzouki and flutes and accordions. So like, it's not really heavy metal because there's not electric guitars. They have a stand-up bass, so it's not an electric bass. So that's why they call their music heavy mahogany. It's just the way that they claim. It's just what they call their version of pirate music. So that is why it's heavy mahogany. So we were super stoked to be able to get our friends from the Dread Crew into this issue. And you might ask, how is it that we got this, that this band decided to be in this issue? So as Steph and I were putting together issue 2, we knew that this was going to take place in the port of Alabasas, which is our main pirate crew, the crew of the Side Stalker. This is their home port. We knew that's where the issue was going to take place. And we knew there was going to be a tavern. And we knew there was going to be some shenanigans that were going to happen in this tavern. And I remember at one point, Steph and I were on video chat, which is how we operate our business every single day, because I'm in Florida, she's in California. And I was like, Steph, and I kind of asked her rhetorically, because I was like, just a thought to my head, I'm like, is there a reason why we haven't asked the Dread Crew of Oddwood if they want to be that band that's in the tavern? And she was like, she kind of responded, she was like, I don't know, why haven't you asked them? And I was like, you know what? I guess that means we're going to ask them. And I would say pretty quickly, they responded back and thought it was great and thought we're going to have fun. We'll give you a little bit of inside ball on that in just a minute. But Stabity, what do you think about having the Dread Crew of Oddwood be in this issue? What do you think, Mr. Bunny?
Listen, I was in shenanigans. Give me all the shenanigans, you know? And so if they can play one of those Pazookies from BJ's, that delicious music out of it, then even better. Even better. That's what I say.
I agree, Stabity. I agree.
So one of the interesting things that happened when it comes to this band is, you know, they were around for a little bit in the early 2010s, 2012, so on and so forth. And then after COVID, they wanted to get back out and start doing things again. And they had a little bit of membership changes and all that, basically at their bass player position. And so when we made the agreement with them to be in this issue, they did not have a permanent bass player at the time. So that's why you see Decker Cordwain, Pistols Pete, Wolfbeard O'Brady, and Stark Cordwain in there. By the time that they were getting ready to do the campaign for this issue, they were getting ready to go do this huge European tour, which is called Heidenfest, with our great friends from the band Trollfest, Corpaclani, Fin Troll, and others. And they have a new bass player named Dag Nasty. And we had talked with them about it, and we said, look, there's no way we can get her into the issue, the pages of the issue. And they didn't even really know that we were going to do this, but we were able to get a cover made. And on the cover, we were able to get her in the cover. So you see up in the top left corner, you've got the band of the Dread Crew of Oddwood on the left, and you see Dag Nasty up there with her gigantic upright bass, getting ready to swing that against the crew members of the Side Stalker, or some of them that are on the right-hand side. So we were super stoked to be able to get her in there. So Steph, Stabity, what do you think about us being able to find a way to include that brand new member into this cover here?
I mean, girls can't. But I will say but, because this might be a family show. So I love that she's included. We found a way to throw her in there. And I'm an orchestra nerd. I played violin, and so an upright bass, I'm like, that's pretty cool that she plays that. So.
And Camp.
And if you guys have not heard the Dread Crew outside of our campaign video, there are links. We're going to make sure that when you get the issue, whether you get it digital or physical, there's going to be QR codes and links because we want you guys to be able to go out and listen to their music and support this band. They're such good dudes, good people all around, fun music, hilarious videos, and have just had a lot of fun being able to do this. Now, I'm going to ask a question that I know not one person in here is going to be able to answer. Steph and I even had to kind of think about it beforehand. So, if anybody was to get this question right, we would have to give them something huge because it's so deep down the in-sim well. So I just have my hair up this whole time. So the Dread Crew is not the first band to make a cameo appearance in our issues. There have actually been 2 other bands that made a guest appearance. One of them was on a cover and also played a role in an issue. One of them just was seen in an issue. If anybody out there can name those 2 bands, then Steph and I are going to have to find a way to do something good.
It's going to have to be something crazy because...
Yeah.
Oh.
What you got, Stabity? What's your guess?
What you got, Stabity? Can you answer it?
Josie and the Pussycats.
Close.
The Monkeys. And the Monkeys.
Ooh,
And the Monkeys? Okay,
so
you're close.
But not quite.
Might I say, though, it's one of my favorite covers right there. Right there.
So, real quick, I'm going to scan back up to the top. They're going to jump on back down. So, we are at 54.25. Another backer. Look, we're jamming now. 157 backers. We're super stoked with this. We'll give you some stats about this campaign once we hit that final mark here, because it's definitely appreciating where this campaign is going right now. Really happy with it. So let's go back down to the covers. So one of the things we did on this campaign, this is our cover A. This is from our main art team, Alessandro Ventura, Alan Emanuel. This is the Serpent Whisperer. You can see that Tatsumi has got herself entangled in a bunch of serpents. Why this is, what the reason for it is, well, you just have to read the issue to find out. But one of the things that we did was we have some recurring cover artists over this series and over I Am Keto, which is the origin story. Like the first appearance of Tatsumi happens in I Am Keto, which is Far East fantasy horror. So in this campaign, you can get Alessandro and Alan's cover for I Am Keto, which is Cordelia Divina. You can get this cover, and you can get their cover for the first issue as well, which was the Savage Warrior, which shows her beating the crap out of the crew of the Sidestalker before she realized that they were potential allies. Then we get on to our favorite sister duo. This is the Women of the Sidestalker from Chess and Gwyn. We're going to have to go back and take a look. I think this is cover 7 or 8 from Chess and Gwyn.
There's quite a lot that they've done for us.
So Chess and Gwyn are a sister duo that write manga called The Bohemian Trials. They are from Steph's town of Visalia, California. They absolutely rock. And they actually did the main cover A, which is Waterfall Warriors for I Am Keto. Then they did the Water Mistress cover for Tatsumi 1, which is, if you've looked at the Stabity Bunny, Whatnot, the issue that Richard is showing off, or the bunny is showing off, the majority of the time is that Water Mistress cover, and then you have this cover here.
Favorite. That is my favorite.
It's the bunny's favorite, you guys. So
if you wanted to go in and
you got to
say, hey, I want to get all of the Chess and Gwyn covers for this, there's that tier is going to be out there for you as well. So then we also have got, we did an interesting thing on the next one. So we've already shown you this cover C. So then we try to make sure we have a guest cover artist in each one. This is Renan Shoddy and Marcos Rocha. For the first issue, we had Chris Hirschberger, who did the Fire Mistress cover that was very popular. And then for I Am Keto, we had the late, great Carl Moline from Buffy the Vampire Slayer fame, who did a cover for the Majetsushi for the Magicians there. So if you're like, hey, I want to get all of those guest artists, you can get a catch-up tier for that as well. Then, our cover D, we have a specialty cover pack. So this is a reverse foil, so it's blacked out on the outside, and then the emblem is the only thing that's going to show through on the foil. That's our Soul Ripper logo. So for this one, if you're like, hey, I want to get the specialty covers, you would get the specialty cover for this issue. We have a blank sketch cover for issue 1. And then if you can see the shirt that I'm wearing, we have a foil version of this Dual Serpents cover from I Am Keto. That would be the specialty covers pack from this campaign. And then, if that is not enough, there are metal cover versions of the majority of these, but also we've got from Definite Article, our friends that have got a killer campaign for DateBots #1 that is going on right now. If you have not taken a look at that, go look for DateBots. That's spelled with a Z. That's a campaign that we fully support. Really, we got a chance to read the advanced issue. Probably one of my favorite single issue comics I've read in recent memory. So I highly recommend that one. But the company behind that Definite Article is the one who does our laser engraved wood covers. So this is the third different one they did for us. We did the Tatsumi symbol, Tatsumi's emblem for issue 1. We did one for Heirs of Isildur, the 13 o'clock symbol, and then we have this one. So you could either get any one of these 3 variations, or you could be like, I want to get one of each metal or each wood cover and go from there. So Stabity, which one of these is your favorite color? Do you want the brown one, the purple one, or do you like the regular wood tones on the Soul Ripper wood cover, or do you want the foil? Which one of those 4 is your favorite?
Listen, you're not going to move me off of the Chesingwen purple-liciousness. That is my...
I'm saying you might be able to have more than one. You could have the Chesingwen purple-liciousness and another one.
Oh, okay. Then I like that reverse foil. That's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. I really like this too, and we've got plans for issues 3 and issue 4. We are actually right now on the last pages of issue 4. Issue 4, the last pages are actually being drawn pretty much as we speak. So that's how far ahead we are in this series. Really psyched about where we're going with that. I'm actually going to pull us off of the, not going to pull us off the campaign yet because we only have like 12 minutes left.
Yeah.
So we also have we decided this time that we wanted to be really meta with what we did for our additional merch. So the tavern at the Port of Alabasas that the Dread Crew of Oddwood plays at is called the Side Quest Tavern. And we decided that this time we needed to make side quest merch. So you've got a Side Quest Tavern baseball tee. You've got the Side Quest Tavern Dragon Emblem socks, which we always do socks. And last night I did a show, and people were like, you guys do so many socks. You should start an OnlyFans channel, but just call it Only Socks, and it's just your socks.
Okay, we're not going to even.
Hey, it was a comment that was made. They said, you guys have so many socks.
We're going to talk about that.
They're like, just show off your socks. Call it Only Socks.
Everyone loves our socks. We're going to just slide right past it. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Everyone.
And then we also have our poker chips. This is now going to be the 9th poker chip that we've done, which is the Side Quest Tavern chip, and the barmaid, the barmaid over there, her name is Helena, has stated if you get one of these poker chips, one of these tokens, and you can find the Side Quest Tavern at the Port of Alabasas, you can turn that in for a free ale. So if you go down there and you want a free ale from the Side Quest Tavern, that's all you got to do.
That's pretty
cool.
Gotta
find it first.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
And there are all kinds of catch-up tiers, all kinds of different things that you can do if you're like, hey, I really love these things. I want to go get all the PDFs, all the digitals, because I'm on another continent. I don't want to pay all the shipping and tariffs. We got digital stuff. We've got metal music. We have our collectible colored vinyl from our Heirs of Isildur versus Tales from Nocturnia album.
You know what I call those extra tears?
What do you call them?
Tears of joy.
No. You know what? We're gonna have to use that. We're gonna steal that from you. We're gonna use it from now on.
So this panel that I have up right now, this panel's got a lot of discussion from the team over at Orange Cone Productions. I've done a lot of their live streams, and the panel that has the swoosh in the background is literally noted as the best swoosh in comics by Travis Gibb. Travis Gibb, who runs Orange Cone Productions, says he loves that swoosh. He still doesn't believe that is probably the right sound. He's like, why is this guy flying? He's like, why is it a swoosh? I'm like, it's her legs swooshing around at the bottom to knock him down.
How is this the first time I've ever hearing of this?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's because his live streams are stuff. Yeah, but he says it's the best swoosh in comics. Now, granted, his letterer Jerome Gagnon has stated, they said, Travis asked Jerome if that swoosh is the right thing for that panel. And I've learned that in Canadian, it's a silent S. So Jerome is like, there's not an S. I only do whooshes. So in Canada, if we had to do a Canadian...
This is breaking news to me.
That's right.
Sim. I have not heard this information.
If we had to do a Canadian printing of this only for Canada, we'd have to take the S out and just make it be whoosh, because it's a silent S north of the border.
I guess so. Who knows at this point, right?
Have you watched Travis's talk show?
Yes.
Give me a break.
I've been on many times. I was just on last night at the same time I was down there with the Whatnot show. It was crazy.
In the chat, but he goes on as well, and that thing goes for like 2 hours. And this is how I can say how late it goes. Matt's on the East Coast in Florida. I'm on the West Coast in California. So of course, like, we're very, very early, us West Coasters, when it comes to everything else. And when Matt gets off those shows, and I'm like, my God, it's late. Why are you getting off of the show right now? You know it's late if it's late in West Coast terms. But that's good, because they have a lot of great creators on, and they're all talking shop, and that's great. So it's not a complaint. It's just like, whoa, this goes for a long time.
So here's one of the pages. This is the first page in issue 1, or issue 2, excuse me. First page in issue 2, and one person we have not talked about ever during these campaigns is we get introduced to a brand new character at the very beginning of this issue on this page. We get introduced to Silas Silvertooth, who is the port master at the Port of Alabasas. And Silas Silvertooth does play a big role in issue 2. We don't have to get into what that role is, but we will say that besides Silas Silvertooth and the Dread Crew of Oddwood, there are going to be not 1, not 3, but 2 other huge new characters you're going to meet in this issue. But there's no reason to spoil that. You're going to want to read this issue and find out who they are. We had fun developing them. Our artist had fun drawing them, and we've had fun integrating them into the story. But there are 2 other very important characters that you're going to meet in this issue. All right, so let's take another quick look. Let's see where we're at. So we are at 54.25, 157 backers with 15 minutes left. And just do a quick refresh to make sure we got that screen back up there. So, Stabity, is there anything that you want to talk about before we get to the end of this live stream? Steph, is there anything you want to talk about? People in the chat, are there any questions you have out there? We have some other things we can talk about, but we want to see if there's things you want to talk about.
I'd like to see 5,500 personally.
Me too, Stabity. Me too. Yeah.
I think that would rock. I think that would be awesome.
That would be great. One thing I love about having been in the Kickstarter community for a while is the celebration that we get, Matt and I, whenever we see a returning backer back. And trust me, we know all your names. If you have backed more than once, and even sometimes just once, if you have like a memorable name, but if you are somebody that continually comes back and supports us, we remember it. We might have like silly little like jingles and like songs that we make about your names. I'm just going to say that, like, listen, like when you're doing the back end part of Kickstarter, you have to do that to kind of like keep it light because it's very tedious. But when we see those names come up, we celebrate every time because we're like, oh my gosh. And we will remember if we haven't seen you back. We're like, where's such and such? We need to send them a message. And a lot of times they're like, oh, I had no idea. Life got busy and I didn't know. So thank you so much. And they go on back. That's one of my favorite things about this is that we have such supportive fans. And I have seen that tenfold with the Stabity Army. I love it so much because we love Richard and Stabity. We love them. They are some of our besties, and so I love that there are people that are supporting them and then supporting us. It's really, really fun to see. It's very fulfilling as a creator.
So
thank you guys all so much.
So to build on what Steph just said, so let's say that you're like, hey, I'm just going to go back the campaign for a $5 PDF, and then the next thing you see is when you get it when the issue comes out. On our side, we see your name when you back it. We see your name, we put it onto our personal spreadsheet. Mm-hmm. We see your name when your card clears at the end of the campaign. We see your name when we put that name onto the thank you list. We see your name and we make your label to put it onto your package. We're assembling your package. So there's probably 6 times that we're going to see your name in a single campaign. So those names get etched in there. So I mean, she's not making this up. It's very memorable
and appreciated. This isn't Walmart where there's 5,000 people a day that go through and just dink and like run their card and then leave. Like this is all very personal for us, and so like, we just appreciate everyone so much. So that's one of the things I love the most. I love Tatsumi. This is everybody that knows me loves. I love pirate stuff. So that's been very fun. I've gone over that with the issue 1 campaign. So this has just been a lot of fun, and it's very fulfilling. And to have the bunny be such a part of this unexpectedly in some ways, even though Richard is kind of like our, we commiserate as creators, like back and forth to one another, and we celebrate each other's joys and stripes and all of that. But the bunny has really like come through and brought over some really great people that I hope will come back again and again, and vice versa. I hope our people will support the bunny when the bunny's campaigns come out and do their whatnots, because this is a community. Yeah.
So I just put another thing in the Stabity Army Discord that we're going to give another shout out right now. Really want to make sure that we shout out the importance of the Stabity Army. So we've done some cross promotions with the bunny before, and we did a metal trading card set with our Heirs of Isildur, the Perilous Prospects number 4 campaign, right, Stabity? It was Perilous Prospects 4, and then Stabity Ever After 1 remastered. And when we did that, very, very limited a way to get those things, very rare to get the cards, and we went ahead and got 10 uncut metal sheets that have never been offered before. And the Stabity Army has been so supportive of everything that Richard was doing that we decided that we were going to do an incentive that if somebody in the Stabity Army backed our campaign and then let Richard know, they'd be put into a drawing. And if they won the drawing, then they would get those things out into the next package from Stabity Bunny that they had. And so over the last couple weeks, there was a couple times we gave away 3 of the metal cards to somebody who was a backer. And then last night was supposed to be 1 metal sheet given away and 1 Jospard trading card. But we threw in at the last minute another uncut metal sheet, and Richard threw in another set of the trading cards. And I can say, if anybody else was on that live stream last night, that whatnot, and saw how vigorously that the bunny's best friend Richard shook that box,
Matt did a recreation for me because I was unable to.
Okay, listen, I don't know.
I did in time because I'm early, but Matt did a recreation of it. It was great.
I'm going to pretend that this is the box. I can't shake it the way that Richard did, like a Polaroid picture, because I've got a really big headache right now. But Richard did something that was similar. It was similar to.
And that was what I got last night when I got on the phone. I'm like, oh.
But Richard put.
Okay.
Richard put about 456% more effort into the vigorous shaking of the box, and it was the entertainment value and watching the people that were on that live stream last night just like, oh crap, there's another thing I can get. There's another thing I can get. There's another thing I can get.
It was pretty great. It's great to get the updates because I'm in the early times. Sometimes it's my din time. I'm eating, so I don't always get to participate. But Matt always sends me the updates, and it's always so much fun because it's like, hey, this you guys are fun, and of course we know that you're fun.
So a couple quick comments. Mordrax Wade says, so what you're saying is you never forget your fans. Hey, we do the best that we can to always
never.
We do the best we can. We always say, and I know that Richard and the Bunny, who is unfortunately covered up in this comment right now, I'm actually going to go to this.
I see his ears. Oh, there we go.
So one of the things that is a tenet for Steph and myself, and is a tenet for everyone at Stabity Bunny Enterprises, is we understand and we respect and revere when somebody is going to invest their dollars and also their time in what we do. Because if you're spending money on us, you've had to put some thought and some time into actually doing that. So we respect that, and we want to make sure that everything we put out is going to be something you're going to get, and you're going to go, I got my money's worth, whether it's a physical product, whether it's a story, whether it's a physical issue, whether it's a shirt, leatherwork from GB Leatherworks, whatever it might be. We want to make sure that you feel like you've got your money's worth. We've looked at some other items that we wanted to bring into the fold potentially, and when we got some prototypes of them, they weren't really what we were hoping for. And we don't want to be putting crap out there, you guys. We want to make sure what you get is going to be high quality, because we know there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people out there doing what we're doing. And we want you to look at what we do from a story perspective and from a product perspective in whatever that top echelon is. Yeah. We're not out there trying to compete with the top and push them down. We want to just help raise the bar with them. We see people out there like, for instance, a Lori Calcaterra. Lori Calcaterra will rebind her own books. She does book rebinding. She does all kinds of stuff like that. We love seeing crap like that, we're like, hey, well, we've got things we do that are really cool. She's got things she does that are really cool. There's other people that do some great custom merch, and we want to be able to see that. I know that the Bunny, I know that there are some multiverse Stabity bunnies out there, I know what Stabby. What are some of the other multiverse bunnies that people have actually purchased on these whatnot shows from you? I know that there's a few, but I forget which ones they were.
Well, shout out to a couple. There's of course Stabby Prime, and
Stabby Prime, yes.
Yeah, of course. And then there's Vanilla. It hasn't gone into a home yet, but Vanilla Ice. That's
amazing.
And I know that there's some other ones out there. I know there's some other ones that are in the works that may not be out there yet.
Yeah, we might be
Killsaw from the Stabby Army. There's Killsaw. Yeah.
I like that name.
Does he come with a working Killsaw?
Very sweet bunny is all I'm gonna say. Very sweet. Killsaw might not be approachable, might be killy and everything all the time, but no, only if you deserve it. If you don't deserve it, then you can have a beer with this guy. We've knocked back a few, told some tales, talked about past lives, shared things that we can't share on the air here, because this is a PG show, right? So anyway.
Yeah, PG-13 at best.
All right. So anyway, yeah, and rumor has it there's Stabity Army. There's something to do with a 13 coming up. I don't know.
Like Friday the 13th.
Dun dun dun. Is there anybody out there in the Stabity Army that is in the chat? If so, make sure you give the bunny a shout out. Let them know that you're out there. Let them know you're supporting. We know Amit was out there earlier. If you're still out there, let us know.
Yeah.
How close are we to the 55?
We are $45 away. $45 away. So what that could be. So let me make sure that we
Let's break it down.
you may be somebody that's like, hey, I want to go back this campaign. I don't know what I want to get. So one of the things that we unveiled during the campaign is a limited edition set of foil, the Women of the Dark Conquestor trading cards. If you back any physical tier, you can go add these on. We're only going to make no more than 100 of these sets. So they're going to be very rare, very collectible foil cards. You've got Dark Mayu, Cordelia Davina, Galadia, Alinda Zola, and Indri. Part of the reason we wanted to do that was because with there being so many faces in the Dark Conquestors that you might only see one panel here or one panel there of the Dark Conquestors within an issue. We wanted you to know who these evil people are when you see them. Oh, that's right. I've got the Zola trading card. I've got the Galadia trading card. We wanted to make sure that we gave a little bit of focus there because right now, most of the story focus is on Tatsumi and the crew of the Sidestalker and her quest to go and to assemble a force that can go and take on these Dark Conquestors and Soul Rippers.
Yeah.
All right, so we are at 54.55, 158 backers with not 2, not 6, but 3 minutes left. I know Steph loves it when I do that.
It's that joke that gets put on every show, and it's like
she loves that. It's one of her favorite things. All right, so we are now at 2 minutes left at 54.55. The next stretch goal is at 5,500. One of the things we did not talk about is what's actually been added with stretch goals. So every physical backer at one of the stretch goals. So this is the package that's our side quest tavern dragon.
Yes.
So that is the stickers. We have stickers for this. Every physical backer is going to get one of these. Every physical backer is going to get a trading card version of the Tavern Brawl cover that's got the Dread Crew of Oddwood on there. Then you've also got 4 different PDFs. You've got Snowpaw #1 from Rob Moltari. You've got Mythfall #1 from Attic Door Media. And then Ed Davis has given us 2 different PDFs, #1 and #2 of, let me go see which one it is before I put my foot in my mouth. Of Immortal Era #1 and 2. So everybody is going to get, all physical backers are going to get those 4 PDFs added in at no extra charge. So you have a bunch of extra
pretty great,
stuff
guys.
You're going to get.
Pretty great.
And the first 50 physical backers all got Dread Crew of Oddwood logo stickers. The band approved us printing up our own logo stickers. And we were given a little more than 50. So if you're a physical backer after that point, we're going to randomly insert a sticker here or there. So real quick before we get
the package.
Real quick before we do our countdown here. So Amit said, Stabby Buddy fan always. Mordrax, am I the only one getting Mortal Kombat vibes from these cards? Absolutely, you're not the only one. Because for I Am Keto, where they debuted, we said that was like Mortal Kombat and Soul Calibur meets Mad Max. Absolutely have that vibe going on.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Steph, you see what happened? The numbers are in red right now. That means, Steph, Stabity, we are 40. We are that red number countdown. Will we hit 5,500?
Which is kind of crazy because it feels like we just started this campaign, and I know that like life will do that where you're just kind of like, I blink and it's 2 weeks later, but it's gone by very fast.
Yeah, we had 2 signings in California. I flew out there, flew back, and literally started the campaign the next morning. So I had 11 hours between landing and starting the campaign.
Well, sick, by the way.
Oh,
a little sicky. His little sicky.
54.94. We need $6 more. Can we make it? It's $6 more.
Somebody has $6.
Ah!
Somebody has $6. Come on, don't let us down. $6.
Oh, 54.94. Hey, that's it. Oh,
come on. If we end $6 short of that, it's going to be a little sad.
You know what though?
I'm just saying.
Hey,
maybe somebody has $6. That's
here's
like
the thing.
less than a Starbucks.
That is. Here's the thing. 54.94. I am thrilled.
Of course.
With that number on this campaign for many reasons. For many reasons.
$6 is less than a Starbucks, you guys.
So here's the thing. So here's the thing that I want to make sure that people know. This is very important. Very important. The bunny earlier asked us about late pledges. Okay. One of the things that we've done with our other campaigns, if we reach that $5,500 stretch goal, even with late pledges, we will still honor that stretch goal of $5,500.
Of course. That's the beauty of late pledges, you guys.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Amit says, refresh it. My math fell short. I was the last backer. Hey, listen. You know what? You know what? Even if we don't make it to that 5,500, we are still going to honor that. What do you think, Steph?
Oh, 100%. Are you kidding me?
We're going to honor that because the intent was there. So that's what we're going to do.
We're very grateful.
So listen, everybody. Yeah. So Steph is going to have to jump out in a minute. She works at a gym and she has to go. We had to schedule this so that way she can jump out. She can get into her workout gear and she can get to her gym.
People and their workouts, you guys. It's
a
lot.
So here is what we want you to know. There are quite a few people, especially from the Stabby Army, that are brand new first-time backers. I don't mean first time to us. I mean first time on the platform.
Kickstarter.
First time on the platform. So what's going to happen now is that Kickstarter is going to try and run your card shortly. If it runs, great. If it doesn't run, it's going to give you 7 days to be able to fix your card. And hopefully, if, like, say your card had an expiration date that it wasn't right, or you entered a number incorrectly, it'll give you 7 days to fix that. You'll still be getting updates from Steph and myself. There'll be a lot of updates that are going to come through the system so that we can tell you where we stand with what's going on with this campaign. The fulfillment date on this campaign is May of this year, because we still have to get the final colors. We have got about 8 pages left of colors, but the letters, the inks, the flats, the letters, the first pass of editing are all done. So we just have to get the final colors and then a couple of the intro and outro pages. And this is very important, especially for those of you that this is the first time that you're backing. Do not forget, you're going to get an email saying that there's a survey waiting for you. This survey is not like going out there and what was your favorite food? How was your service at dinner? The survey actually has got very important questions like, what name do you want to see in your on the thank you list? So Stabity, if you were to get that, what name would you say you'd want to have on the thank you list?
I would just go with Stabity. Stabity Bunny.
Okay.
Stabity, first name, Bunny, last name.
Yeah, so let's say the bunny said, hey, I want to be known as Pirate Stabity in that thank you list. Then that's what you would see in the thank you list. So do not forego filling that survey out, especially if you have a physical pledge. That's where we're going to get your address confirmation, all that kind of stuff. But we are super thrilled with the performance of this campaign. I'm going to give you a couple of very, very quick stats so that the way we can get out of here, because Steph needs to get out of here. Bunny needs to have their final word on where you can see the bunny after this. But I'm going to give you a couple of quick stats. So this was our best campaign since COVID. During COVID, in the golden era of campaigns, 2020 through 2022, we had 4 campaigns that just crushed. I mean, dollar amounts were just flying out the door. Since then, it's been a little bit tighter. We all know how the economy is, but this is our best campaign since, drum roll for me, best campaign since October of 2022. So our best campaign in 3.5 years. So there are things called followers and there are things called converted followers. This campaign had our highest number of converted followers ever. It also had the highest percentage of converted followers. So we are super thankful. We're going to make sure all this stuff goes into an update. You guys are going to see that as well. Steph, is there anything that you want to say to anyone that is watching or anyone that is back that may or may not, may watch this in a month from now? Is there anything that you want to say to them as a word of thanks about this campaign?
This is a really fun story. Obviously, you saw all the great merch and accessories that we have going on. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Oh, no, my gosh. It's going back and forth. I don't know what I'm doing. It's madness over here, you guys. Anyway, just really appreciate the new backers and the return backers. Stabby's Army, we have loved. Ethel, you saw her in the background. earlier, and she kind of like told me, she's like, hey, like Steffi's kind of cute, and I'm like, I know Ethel, I'll hook you up, girl. So,
Hey,
but
you know, you can give me Ethel's number, okay?
we'll hook it up afterwards. You know what I mean? But seriously, we're very appreciative of these numbers, of the support, of Richard's support, and the bunny support of everyone who has liked, shared, commented. All of our faithful supporters, people that go out, whether they buy it or if they're like, hey, I can't afford to buy it, but I'll share it. That's great. Like that, please do that. Like we get it, we understand, and so it's been great. And so very
so Stabity, before you say something, I have to show you guys something really quick that's very important. Late backer, a couple minutes after the campaign, Stephen Urost just pushed us over 55.
Yay! Thank you, Stephen. I'm so sad I can't meet you at Collective Con, but please go and have fun.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yes.
Very good stuff there. All right, so Stabity, we want to make sure that people know who you are and why you're even here. You're a good friend of ours, but they're going to be sad when this live stream is over and they want to know where they can see you next. I seem to remember you're going to be having your own live stream tomorrow. Where is that going to be?
I believe they call it the Whatnot. The Whatnot.
Oh, the Whatnot. Yes.
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 We got a show there, and if you haven't joined the Whatnot yet, just call it Whatnot. I don't know why I said the, you know what I mean, the internet, you know, all that. If you're on the internet and you get on the Whatnot, if you know the Facebooks, go to the Stabity, and we have an invitation there, and you get $15. No strings attached. I know, I didn't believe it either. I thought, yeah, sure, they're gonna like take part of my soul, or you know what I mean? It's gonna like crush my eyeballs, or anyway. But it's $15 credit towards anything in the shows, and you haven't joined, so it's kind of cool.
15 bucks of just buy stuff for $15. $15. Everybody wants free stuff. You can get free Stabity Bunny stuff on the Stabity Bunny Whatnot. Make sure you go there, go to whatnot.com, look up Stabity Bunny, get your butt over there, just like his fans did around Christmas time, just like the Stabity Army has done. You want to make sure you get over there because there's rare stuff. There's all kinds of fun covers. There's exclusives from shows. There's bloody bunnies, all kinds of fun stuff.
We love to hang out, have a good time. It's not high pressure sales or nothing. You know what I mean? We're doing show and tell. Something you want, that's cool. You know what I mean? If you just want to see something again because you like the way it looked, but you don't want to, you don't want to get it right now. We get it. We just like hanging out. Listen to some tunes, maybe talk about, our favorite beverages, whatever.
All righty. So I know that Steph needs to get out of here.
I'm literally going to be late for work, you guys.
Yeah.
All right. So
that can't happen.
We thank each
doing this. It can't happen. I got to go.
We thank each and every one of you for being here. If you want to see what Steph and I do, otherwise, go to linktree.com/InSymmetry Creations. That's where you can see all our other titles, our metal music. You can see all the articles that Steph writes. She just posted one on the Daily Jaws. We just posted some exclusive movie reviews on our site. That's where you can go to see all of our stuff. And if you're somebody that's seeing this and you weren't a backer, you want to be a late backer, be like Stephen Urost and be a late backer and go get yourself some awesome Tatsumi. Thank you all for being here. On behalf of Steph Cannon, on behalf of Stabity Bunny, and on behalf of the one and only voice of Stabity Bunny, Richard Rivera.
Okay, yes, I must go. I have to go.
See you, everybody. We're out of here. See ya.
Bye. I guess that's it. All right.